Today marks 100 days since Donald Trump took over the presidency of the United States. And I feel like John Coffey from the Green Mile.
Awful tired now, boss. Dog tired.
Awfully tired, boss. Damn tired. Because it seems as though that we've been going on for 4 years.
Yeah, it's officially been 100 days of Donald Trump.
Yes, 100 days. And it feels like forever. I understand what John Stewart was saying, man. It seems as though that we're aging rapidly because of Donald Trump. My mind is weary.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
But to hear some of his, I guess, constituents or some of the people that tap dance for him, alias Tim Scott, Donald Trump made a promise, and he kept that promise.
How do we describe 100 days of President Trump's administration? Promises made, promises kept. Energy prices are down because we are now more energy dominant. Our border is secure, 95% drop in illegal crossings. Good news coming, egg prices down as well. The great news is more to come. Doge cuts, waste, fraud, and abuse falling like a rock. President Trump rising like a star. God bless America for giving us one more term, President Trump.
You finished? I don't believe that.
Come on now, Tim. Why do you want to lie to the American people like that? We all know that America was already self-sufficient in energy under Joe Biden. We put out more oil under Joe Biden domestically ever. So come on. But the border, we all know that the numbers under Joe Biden was very low when Trump took office. You know, yeah, he might be doing a little bit more, but the numbers are already dropping.
That's right. That's right.
So that's a bold-faced lie. Egg prices, come on, man, Tim. You don't have to buck dance.
Oh, that I'm a ragged but right. Poor black and living like you people ask why.
What is it? You're still trying to get a strap from Donald Trump's table, and he's not even paying you any attention. You jump out the window every time for this man that does not care about you. You wouldn't even got a whole wife.
I'm married now.
Oh.
I say I'm married now.
And Donald Trump was like, nope. I'd rather go with a sofa sexing person than you, Mr. Buck Dance himself. So come on, man, with all the lies. The people are starting to see it.
New polls show some warning signs for the White House as they hit that 100-day mark. Just 39% of Americans approve of how Trump is handling his job as president. That's the lowest 100 days approval rating of any president in the past 80 years. And on the issue that largely put him in the White House, as we said, the economy, Americans hold widely negative views of Trump's performance. 53% say the economy has gotten worse since Trump took office, and 72% say it's very or somewhat likely that his economic policies will cause a recession.
So as you can see, the American people starting to wake up. And, you know, when they take those polls, they're talking to everybody. So you're talking to Democrats, you're talking to Republicans, you're talking to the MAGA people, and they see it. They see it. And I know some people say, well, you know, some of these polls are biased. Even Fox News say that Donald Trump is doing a bad job.
But when it comes to the economy, this is where it's a little trickier, and this is where his numbers have gone south. He's struggling on the economy overall with a 38% approval rating. On tariffs, it's even lower at 33%, and his handling of inflation also at 33%. Many Americans believe that the tariffs are inflationary or will be inflationary. That's the worry.
And you know, they tap dance for him so much that I think they're going to change the name to Donald Trump News. You got Sarah Huckabee begging Donald Trump for FEMA help. You got red state like Nebraska that needs migrant workers to work their fields because they're losing money. See, You didn't want to vote for Kamala Harris, but you voted for Donald Trump thinking that he was going to make things better for you. But when it turned out, he made things worse. The tariffs is making things worse. The stock market. People are losing their 401k because of Donald Trump and his ego. Make it make sense to me. You know, if Joe Biden had did any of these things that Donald Trump is doing, y'all would say that Joe Biden need to take a cognitive test.
Well, imagine a 78-year-old man who often speaks incoherently and lies to you in ways that leave you wondering whether he is a pathological liar or delusional or both, pocket dials someone he doesn't want to talk to at 1:28 a.m. And then imagine that same 78-year-old man is angrily braying at the world at 5:24 a.m., claiming people have committed crimes that do not exist, and coming up with a name for those people committing the crimes that don't exist, using words that have never been joined together and make absolutely no sense, calling them, quote, negative criminals. Of course, you would be concerned about the mental health of such a person. Of course, you would assume some kind of serious neurological decline in the 78-year-old man. Imagine that same 78-year-old man also said, I run the country and the world. And now, imagine if Joe Biden had done just one of those things.
Yes, if that was Joe Biden, all hell would have broke loose. All the Republicans and the MAGA people was calling for Joe Biden to step down, saying that Sleepy Joe is at it again. But Sleepy Joe was not this incompetent like Donald Trump is. This guy is a walking habitual liar.
He ain't lying. That's right.
This guy is failing miserably, but the people on the right and the MAGA people will have you believe that he has been doing a great job for the last 100 days. When you can see for your own self, with your own eyes, that he has not. So what is it going to be? I believe America is starting to wake up and it's starting to see through his lies. And before you know it, things is going to change. When the election cycle come up, we need to get rid of these people that's not doing anything in the Senate. And we need to get rid of these people not doing anything in the House of Representatives. So we could get back to what America is known for. America is a country built on tradition and respecting the Constitution. Donald Trump does not respect the Constitution. And if he does not respect the Constitution, that means that he does not respect the people that he's supposed to represent. So y'all let me know that in the comments what y'all think about Donald Trump first 100 days in his second presidency in the comments below. The man on the street wants to know.